battle of Bhiwadi versus Jewar. Bhiwadi has emerged the winner. The Rajasthani city is all set to house the second airport in the national capital region. The Civil Aviation Ministry gave the region the nod for the project last week. My colleagues Ruchi Deshpande and Suresh Savant have all the details. Ruchi, coming to you first. Tell us what exactly is the latest development on the front?
Well, Bhiwadi, that falls in Rajasthan, is all set to get its second international airport. Now, Bhiwadi technically is in Rajasthan but falls under the jurisdiction of National Capital Region. So, if and when this airport does come up, it will be the second international airport for the NCR region. Now, earlier this airport was supposed to come up in Jewar. That is probably where this battle of Bhiwadi versus Jewar comes in, whereas Bhiwadi is now the clear winner. We also learn that it has approved, there's a clause stated by the government that states that no two airports can come within the radius of 150 kilometers from each other, or one from the existing airport. But we also learn that the government will provide a waiver to this airport, and it will eventually come up. Now, this airport will basically cater to tourists from Rajasthan, as well as business class flyers from Delhi as well as Gurgaon. Also, we learn that Delhi is already saturated in terms of having just one airport, and is in dire need of having a second international airport to ease the traffic. Now, what's the interesting part here is that this airport, if and when it comes up in Bhiwadi, will be closer to Gurgaon rather than Noida, which is also the case with the existing airport in the Delhi NCR region.
Ruchi Deshpande there. So another international airport close to Gurgaon when it already has one. But the big question we're asking here is, will this move lead to an increase in demand for housing in Bhiwadi? My colleague Suresh Savant joins us with those details. Suresh, tell us what exactly is the current scenario of the real estate market in Bhiwadi?
To take you through Bhiwadi, it is essentially an industrial region which is spread across nearly 5,300 acres and has more than 2,500 big and small enterprises. Majority of Bhiwadi lies on the national highway, and its biggest plus point is its proximity to Gurgaon, which is at a distance of 49 kilometers, and Delhi, which is nearly 60 kilometers away. During non-traffic hours, the drive is not more than 40 minutes, because of which those professionals who work in Gurgaon but can't afford to live there prefer living here. The prices in the affordable segment for a residential structure in Bhiwadi, when compared to the rest of the NCR, starts from rupees 2,200 per square foot. So one can buy a home here between 12 to 40 lakhs. Some renowned developers in the NCR are developing housing projects here, which include Omax, Ashiana Group, MVL, Avalon, and many more. It is currently connected through the 8-lane NH8 through the Dharu-Heda Bhiwadi bypass road, although it gives good accessibility, but it is yet to have increased modes of public transport which can encourage more people to move this side. In the years to come, it will also get connected with the upcoming Kundli-Manesar-Palwal Expressway, which is promised in 2021. In terms of infrastructure, it is better equipped with schools, hospitals, malls and medical centers in comparison to Nimrana, which makes it more livable. There is active involvement of the Rajasthan Housing Board and Urban Development Trust Bhiwadi to improve the existing infrastructure. From 2001, there has been a massive increase in terms of inhabitation here. Although it currently has multiple options for the middle class segment, but one is yet to see if with this kind of development, the currently affordable destination will see a hike in prices.
All right, so that's the report from Suresh. If this airport indeed gets built, and how exactly will it impact the prices in Bhiwadi? Will it get how more expensive, and more importantly, how much more expensive? To answer those questions, we are being joined by Mr. Rami Kaushal from CBRE. Mr. Kaushal, thank you so much for being with us here on the news on Magicbricks Now. Firstly, talk to us about the market in Bhiwadi at the moment, the real estate market over there. What is your sense that you're getting?
See, Bhiwadi is one of the markets which has seen some traction over the last decade or so, where a number of real estate developments have come up. But I think it's important to understand the primary nature of the market is industrial. So the demand in the market is primarily driven by two factors, one being the industrial activity on ground, and second is the proximity to NCR, which has prompted some of the investors to take positions in that market.
All right, Mr. Kaushal, in terms of infrastructure, what's the development in the area as of now? Is the government working towards setting up more infrastructure over there?
So Bhiwadi already enjoys better infrastructure than some of the neighboring towns like Nebrana, so whether it's in terms of schools, malls, hospitals, etc. However, if there was to be an initiative to improve the connectivity, let's say a metro link is put in place to connect Bhiwadi to NCR, especially Gurgaon, the acceptability of Bhiwadi as a residential destination would definitely go up.
All right, then getting to the point of this whole discussion, tell us how exactly will this new international airport impact the prices in Bhiwadi, and by when can we see the change?
Logically, it seems that, the airport coming up would help in economic activity picking up, which would downstream lead to residential activity going up. So with the airport coming up, immediately do we see an impact on residential demand or residential pricing? Answer might be no, in the short term, but in the long term, it's definitely a positive.
Rami Kaushal of CBRE, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us here on the news on Magicbricks Now.